TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Jim Cornette, you had a little program with Cornette. Did you guys actually have any heat behind the scenes?
Yeah. Jim was the traditionalist that didn't like me saying, let's go the other way.
Right.
That was the extent of the heat. And
you worked the show for him too when he had Smokey against Lindell,
yes.
right?
Yeah. And that was the only thing, him just burying me behind the scenes saying we shouldn't go this way. And fine, I just said to him, look, you got something to say to me, say it to my face. All right, I'm going to say it to yours. I don't like you. I think you're a prick, and I think that you need to understand that wrestling is changing. You don't have to like it. I don't have to like it.
What do you think about the current direction of wrestling as far as look at WCW now? It's not, a lot of fans don't even think it's wrestling anymore. It's more of, entertainment aspect to it.
Well, I mean, it's very hard to argue with the success,
Making money.
But like I said, I mean, I can't throw stones because I was one of the guys who wanted to go that way. The only thing is that I still, the wrestler in me still likes, I now watch more Benoit, Jericho, Hardy's.
I was going to ask you
Christian, Edge. I like to watch that stuff because those guys are still into that. It's wrestling is sort of getting back to the way it was when I was a rocker, having good matches in the wrestling. And when I first started my singles and being a wrestler, having good matches and seeing all the main eventers doing nothing but punch and kick and making more money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but that was the stuff that motivated me, to get to there. But that's sort of what happens. It's almost, it's like people. I tried not to do it. I tried not to do it when I finally got there. But I think if I'm to be completely honest with myself, I have to say that even I got pretty, got to where, someone gave me the idea of doing that. I never wanted to do that, but then it was no, do it. They get behind us. Like, all right, so
right.
So I sold out to the old,
right.
When you get to the main event, you don't do all your spectacular stuff. Even though I still tried to wrestle as much as I could, but my entrance and all that stuff became so much more of the match,
right?
Than some other aspects of it. But you got to go. That's the one thing that I did do is I always changed with the times. Whether you like them or you don't, you got to change with them, or you get passed by. And that's what's happened. You've seen it happen to another guy.
What do you think of Rob Van
Dam? I like his stuff. The only thing that's going to keep him from going to the bigs and being a main eventer is he's got. And I'm not talking about being lazy, but he doesn't have to do that much. He's got to make what he does mean more, and just slow it down a tad. Because his stuff, he can do it so well, it's starting to look like choreography.
Right.
So he just needs to slow it. I mean, it's me talking as a teacher, I guess, or know-it-all. But I think he needs to slow it down a bit, insert a little more of the psychology, and save a little bit. He's got a whole career. You don't have to show everything you do in one match. But aside from that, I think the guy's extremely talented.
What do you think of ECW as a promotion as far as the product is?
I like it because it's a place for guys, to start. It took me the longest time to realize the referees don't do anything except count 1, 2, 3. There are no DQs in any of the matches. I think that they're probably going to stay where they're at because with that style, with no rhyme or reason to anything, a lot of people are going to be afraid of that. You can't have flaming tail. I mean, WWF pushes every envelope, but Vince has a way, plus he's so big that he can maneuver everything the way he wants it. Plus, there's so much more thought that goes into their storylines to where if it's too much bad taste or they know who they're going to upset, he knows how to work with it. He knows how to make people upset, not only to the point that makes them write about you more, which gets you more publicity, but not to the point where it offends anybody enough to not put them on TV. And plus, he's sort of gotten way past that. For ECW to make it into another, up another level with the other guys, they'd have to back off of what sort of made them famous. And I think that would take time. And I don't know if they're willing to do it, but I think if they were, it would probably take time to reprogram certainly their crowd and all those, all them crazy folks they get may not like it. You know what I mean? But you might have to sacrifice that to reach a bigger audience. How you do that, I got no idea because that's a tough one. I think will probably take some time. But I like it just because I like it because it's another place for guys to go and work and make money.
Right.
Instead of there just being two.
Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Here,
You start back tomorrow with WWF. This is not going to be in South for like
Yeah.
months and months.
Oh yeah, no, I do. I see myself probably just being like in 10 years.
5 years, 10 years.
Because at 10 years, probably won't be doing anything. Just living here. And,
Still involved in the business though, or?
yeah, but I mean, I would like to still be doing my school. I would like to have the promotion going. I'd like to have Texas. That's much as I'd like to do. I'm not looking to be
National.
no. That's way too much work that I want to do. I'd like to, but I'd like to be what ECW used to be. I'd like to be that guy where you can come from me. If you come from me, you go to ECW. I just want to be the farm league, really.
Right.
Professional wrestling. I want to train guys. I want to teach new talent, what the wrestling business is, how to work in the wrestling business, and, just help guys get started in wrestling. And just, my guess is my role at WWF will probably eventually be just as a spokesperson. And that's what I'd like to do. I want to always stay with the WWF and just, be the guy that goes, show up on TV every now and then to do whatever it is they want me to do. But then, as I've done with Vince in the past, is go to New Zealand or go to Europe and strike up new deals for him and stuff like that. And, I think probably eventually the WWF, as big as it is, it's going to get into other aspects of entertainment, movies, TV. Eventually, they're going to need folks in Washington to help them out. And well, they are. You're going to have congressmen and all that stuff on your side. I'd love to be a guy that goes and talks to them or talks to anybody.
Right.
And educating them on what the World Wrestling Federation is, because I think a lot of people, obviously, wrestling as big as it is still will always be the bastard,
right.
the bastard son of entertainment, of the entertainment industry. But so I think you'll have to go and still convince people that it's something that you can accept, and it's not going to mess anybody up in their head if you've got half a brain. I think
Right.
TitleMatchNetwork.com